be tuned into the comments.
Here we are. We are live.
We are live.
All right. I'm here with Jovan here, and we are ready to talk about some awesome stuff. Actually, you've been doing. I mean, just amazing stuff. Actually, I'm excited to actually talk to you because I think there's a lot of people who are going to identify with your journey that you're on right now, where you were pretty heavy into the Forex space, and now you're bridging over into the crypto space, and you found the micro profit system. I think people are going to get excited about that. So, but we are live here. So if you come on, please drop a heart, drop a comment, let us know you're here. Say hello. So that we can interact with you. If you do have any questions at all for Crypto J, please post them here so he can answer them. But I think you're going to really find his journey kind of fascinating here. And it's cool. And what amazing results. You've almost doubled your account now in I think about 2 months. So you're absolutely smashing it right now, smashing it. So, all right. So if you're in the Facebook group, which is facebook.com/group/iCoinPro, please drop a comment in there. But also, if you're on my main timeline, go ahead and just drop a comment, drop a like, drop a heart, drop something to let us know that you're here. All right, we're going to be going through this interview tonight and hearing Jovan's story and his progress and what's going on. And I'm really excited to actually share this with everybody. And really, I think, we're doing this series of interviews with people from all over the world. I mean, Jay, it's kind of crazy, right? I mean, so, and we have more and more people that we're just going to keep bringing out here until everybody knows that this is something that they can do, they can learn. It doesn't matter what your background is, where you're from, what part of the country you're in, what country you're in, even, what part of the world. Anybody can do this, and there's opportunity 24/7, 365, and that's kind of the beauty of these crypto markets.
Yeah, that's my favorite part of the
yes.
market.
You don't have to get up at weird times. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. There's something generally going down. So it's something you can really plug into anytime. So with that said, I want to invite everybody who's watching this video, as we go through and we hear Jovan's story, you are going to, you're going to hear some incredible stuff. And if you want to learn more, somebody may have shared this video with you. They may have put it on their timeline. Feel free to go ahead and get back with that person. They can give you a link to a totally free training account. You can start your whole journey completely for free to start learning about this, and then just take one step after the next. And that's exactly what you did. I mean, you just, started out with your free training account, went through that. We're like, wow, this kind of makes sense. Then you took the next step, then you took the next step. And now here you are live trading for about 2 months with absolutely incredible results. So without any further ado, tell us a little bit about yourself and how you ended up finding iCoinPro.
Yeah, so crazy journey, man. I mean, where do I start, really? But first of all, I want to start this interview off by giving glory to Jesus Christ for all that He is, all He's brought me through. I give it, I live my life for Him. Everything I do is for Him, and everything that has happened up to this point is because of Him. So anyway, so I started out. It's crazy because I came back to iCoinPro. Right. But I was, crazy background. I used to be a drug addict. God turned my life around. Almost died twice. But my dad was an entrepreneur for however many years. So through that, I met this guy, his business partner, I actually met his son. And his son, I reached out to him, just not even expecting a response. I was like, man, I need help in my business. I was trying to do what my dad was doing. He was doing some network marketing in another business. And, we just stayed in contact. I didn't even know I didn't even expect him to respond. I was just like, man, let's see, I found him on Facebook. Let's see what he says. And through that, I mean, I believe God connected me to him, but he's like introduced me to countless different business opportunities. Actually, through him is who I found out about another opportunity, company I won't name, obviously. But that's how I learned about trading in general. That's how I learned about Forex.
Okay.
So I got into Forex a little bit. I really didn't have the mentorship that I needed. But I was like, man, it's pretty cool. I mean, I can definitely see myself doing this. And then I kind of didn't stick with it. And then through that, I was introduced to iCoin Pro. And that's when I learned about Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. So funny thing is, the first thing that I learned, everything I learned about cryptocurrency and Bitcoin was through iCoin Pro. So I just basically went through all the modules and stuff like that. 2017, I was introduced to it. So I went through all the modules about what crypto is, what everything, security, everything about cryptocurrencies. And I kind of stopped there. I didn't really go further into the strategies because I don't know what the blocker was. I was just kind of confused. Like, I was like, I don't understand. Like, going from Forex, I don't understand how this makes sense when it's really the simplest thing in the world. Like, so from that, I just kind of didn't stick with it, man. I actually got, involved with some other opportunities, as you know. So I kind of got involved with some scams, like some affiliate marketing stuff when they trade your Bitcoin. Guys, by the way, do not do that. That is completely, you will lose all of your money. Trust me, I've been there for you. I've done it for you. So don't trade your own money and be in control.
Don't do any of those weird
so yeah, I did that, and I was just kind of like, wait, why? I'm sorry.
Don't do any of those if you actually like your Bitcoin.
Yeah, you kind of broke up, bro. What did you say?
Yeah, it's funny. Our connection's getting a little bit bad. You were like perfectly clear when we started, and now it's a little bit fuzzy. I don't know if it's a internet issue or am I coming through loud and clear?
You're good. Am I good over here?
I can see it. It's just I
can hear you loud.
Okay.
I
can hear you fine. I'm thinking I'm on a delay for you is what it is. So
no, you're good. I can hear you perfect right now.
Okay, great. All right, awesome. All right, so you were saying about your journey.
Yeah, so I got involved. I kind of didn't stick with the trading because I'm like, why do I need to trade when I have somebody trading for me? And I'm all about income, but right, exactly. What is it? Trading for you, right? So anyway, went through that, and years upon years went by. I didn't do anything with trading for a while. Up until last year, I actually found a mentorship. Shout out J Take Profits, one of my mentors. God bless him. But he helped me out with Forex, and seeing some great stuff with that. My thing is, I kind of jumped in, not having my discipline and stuff together as far as my psychology. So I just kind of went as far as risk management, not knowing how important that was. There's a lot of stuff you need to know coming into the market if you are trading Forex. Mm-hmm. If you're trading real money, there's a lot of prerequisite things you need to know before putting your money on the line. So risk management being one of them. So I blew a 3K account. I'll be transparent with you guys. I blew a 3K account.
That was trading Forex.
Yeah. But I didn't have my risk management on point. I didn't have my psychology together. I wasn't doing what I needed to do.
You have to in Forex, because for those who aren't familiar, and let me share this a little bit here, Jay, because all right, in Forex, you do a thing called leverage trading because the markets really don't move that much. So if you don't have a ton of money, it's like it doesn't really make that much sense. So you borrow money basically from other people. You borrow money or borrow money from the exchange you're trading on. And when you do that, you increase your potential gains, but you also increase your potential losses really dynamically. Like, for instance, if you're doing 10x leverage trading, you say you lose 5% or it goes against you 5%, you've lost 50% of your trading balance. It can happen in an instant too. That's a real issue. So like you were saying, you have to have, really, really.
And you have to have your stop loss. If you're not trading with stop loss, the risk to reward is you're gonna get wrecked real quick. So, I did that. I went back to my demo. I was like, listen, there's a lot of stuff I need to learn. I'm trading on demo right now, just getting my system together on that. So simultaneously learning that at the same time. So, but with this, I feel like God led me because I'm like, man, I got some money, laying around, what I'm saying, that I can invest. iCoin Pro was relaunching or whatever you guys were doing for the 2020. I was like, maybe I should revisit this and, kind of see see how things work out. And, I was like, man, I need to really just focus in on this right now. Once I just studied the system, it started making more sense to me. So, here I am today. So
awesome. Is that beeping on my end or your end?
Oh, that's my alerts going off.
Oh, okay. Okay, good. Yeah, I muted my phone. Still cone of silence right now.
The trade is popping up.
Something's going on. Now I want to go look at my charts and see what's happening. No.
Right. Bitcoin must be moving.
Something's happening. Anyway, so that's cool. So you were into Forex and you're studying that. You kind of jumped right in. You took the trading wheels right off. You crashed in Forex. Now you're putting the training wheels back on. So you're still working on that, which is awesome. But then at the same time, you found iCoin Pro or rediscovered iCoin Pro, I should say. And you're getting back into the training. So, it's funny, you've been with iCoin Pro, and there are other people that are out there. I know they follow me, they follow Paul D'Souza, who were in iCoin Pro in 2017, and then they've come back. And a lot of them, what they say is the same thing. They hear about Lily and Lee and Mike Cannon and all the people who stayed, and they're like, oh man, if I just would have stayed, you know what I'm saying? But that's cool. You missed also some of the learning curve in everything with the system. Now you're coming back into, this is a well-oiled machine now. You know what I'm saying? We have this down. We know what we're looking for. And that's evidenced in your results already. But all right, you mentioned that you learned what you know about Bitcoin and cryptocurrency, though, from iCoin Pro. That's correct?
100%.
Yeah, so that's one thing, and I don't know if everybody understands this. We do teach people how to day trade it and successfully and profitably, but we also teach everything. Like we have a whole core series where you learn all the basics of Bitcoin, cryptocurrency. So like we have plenty of people who have absolutely no prior knowledge of Bitcoin, no prior knowledge of cryptocurrency, anything like that. And then they come in, they learn all of that with us, and then they move on from there to get onto the exchanges and start playing and following the system and actually succeeding. So, we cover everything literally from A to Z. So you can be absolutely brand new and walk into iCoin Pro and come out the other end feeling, like a pro, like a total pro. So, so your Forex trading skills, now that you've studied the micro profit system, you're applying the micro profit system, you're well on your way to actually mastering the micro profit system. How do you feel it compares to like Forex? Like what's your comfort level with each of them at this point?
It's a great question. Man, as a trader, man, it really makes you a well-rounded trader. But at the same time, it's similar, but it's so different, man, because the main difference I've noticed is with Forex, you can make money. I guess you can on some exchanges to an extent with crypto as far as shorting the market, but you can't really as much make money when you sell crypto, like, as far as shorting the market. But when, Forex, you can make money both ways with buying and selling. But I had to, my adjustment was like, wait, it's completely different. Like I need to, it's with the strategy that I'm with, with iCoin Pro, it's you either buy the squeeze or you buy the dip. So it's an adjustment, but at the same time, what I liked is crypto is a lot more forgiving because if you get in a bad trade, it can come back on you, or and you can get out with a break even or a small loss. With Forex, you either get stopped out or hopefully or you taking that L no matter what. So other than that, for Forex, it's the different patterns and As far as Forex, it's amazing. Like I love Forex. Like it's amazing opportunity. $6.6 trillion market.
It's crazy.
Yeah, but like it's so much to learn, and it takes. I wanted to give myself at least 5 years because my mentor says it takes about 5 years for you to really master it, like in reality. But with this, I mean, I could come in and study the modules for like, I'd say about a good couple months. And it was an easier transition for me because I was already a trader, but it did not take long at all. I mean, it's simple.
I was wondering about that. How long did it take you until you felt like you had really mastered the micro profit system, or you really had a good grip on what you were doing? Because you're killing it. I mean, and I talked about your results in the beginning, and maybe you can touch on that again. But you're doing unbelievably well. You're following the system, perfectly. How long did it take you really till you felt like, okay, I get this, I know what I'm doing?
Man, it took me I'd say it took me about 3 weeks. If I'm on the conservative side, it'd be about 3 weeks. Because I started like, just kind of, simulating the trades, but then I went for the gusto, man. I added like $300 once I got, confident. And then once I got real confident in that, I went ahead and, just being transparent, I put $2,100 in my account because I was very confident. So it did not take me long. I mean, it's just, you have to really you really have to study the modules and study, practice until you really got it down. But it's not hard. Like all you have to do is apply yourself, and it's simple. So it was a refresher to me. I'll say this because in Forex, you have to be aware of chart patterns, Fibonacci, all this different, it's a lot, indicators and stuff. And it's like, it can be overwhelming sometimes. So it was refreshing. I had to worry about 2 indicators, maybe some, just a couple strategies, and that was it. So it was pretty, refreshing. Wow. It was like, this is pretty simple. And to me, I value simplicity. So,
and I do too. And I mean, that was part of the challenge, but also what's so awesome about what we've been able to create here is its simplicity, that somebody can learn it that fast and get profitable. And really, with any type of system for profiting from a market, the proof is in the pudding. And I mean, let's be honest. So we're just comparing apples to apples. Or well, apples to oranges, I guess. I don't know. But anyway, you got into Forex. You wiped out that one account, which is a learning curve. Like being on the show Wipeout.
I'm still hurting from that one, man.
I bet, but you're not hurting as much now because now that you've done the micro profit system for about 2 months. How's your trading going so far, and what have you been able to do with your balance?
Man, that compound interest is no joke, man. It adds up very quickly. And man, I went from like 2,100. Before I knew it, I was like 2,500. To like, before I knew it, I was like $3,400, $1,000 up. I added a couple more. I added like a few different amounts, here and there. But other than that, I was just trading. Took a couple losses, even with those losses, in my membership coming out, like still at like 3,400, and then now I'm like at close to 4,000, 3,800. So
wow, that is
over from March to now. So it's a little bit over, but I wasn't trading that whole time. It was at the end of March I began to actually get into studying, and then I didn't start trading till like the middle of April. So
wow. But it's incredible either way. I mean, because one of the things that traders talk about with a strategy is what's called having alpha, which means that you can outperform the standard market or what you would get if you put your money into, an investment fund or something like that. You're up over 80% in 2 months, 2.5 months, whatever it is. If it were a year, that's fantastic. I mean, show me where you can double your money in a year in an investment, every year. That is in your own blood, sweat, and tears. You know what I'm saying?
You'll never see that in the. Me and Zach were talking. I think Zach is on here now. My mentor. I love that guy. He's taught me amazingly. But we talk about like you would not see that in the Edward Jones investment, man. Like what we see every day, like period, you will not.
No,
by any means necessary.
It's all about that compounding returns. You know, like Albert Einstein says, compounding interest is the eighth wonder of the world.
I was just gonna quote that.
Yep.
1% a day, it change. 0.5% a day, it change your life. I mean, all you got to do is just stick to the system. I mean, it's so easy. It's simple.
Yeah, and you know, and I really hope people understand that it does take a little bit of study, a little bit of practice. You mentioned that. I heard a guy says that all the time: study, practice, study, practice. That's all you have to do. I put it this way: like it's like a trade school, but a lot shorter, right? Like you have to commit to it. You have to plan to study and really, you know, do it. You know, actually practice it. But one of the things that I think we have built, which is really hard to find, is the community. I like, and I know you plugged in. You've been working with Zach Hutchinson, so shout out to Zach. He's an absolutely amazing mentor. You know, trainer, everything like that. But also, I mean, I see you in the chat box. You know, everybody's in there talking. I mean, and like, how do you feel about like the community here and how that's helped you on your journey with your trading?
It's a family. I mean, I've definitely reached out to many different people in, you know, iCoin Pro family, and I've always walked away with more value. I've always walked away with more knowledge and wisdom than what I did before. And it's amazing to me because everyone's always willing to help. I see a couple people on here now, but we actually have, which is shout out Ernest for doing this. He actually created a group for us. We have a group of people in the like a Facebook Messenger group.
Oh, okay.
We kind of help each other out and just talk, you know, each other through the trades. If we need help with anything with the modules, you know, obviously we use the forum and stuff, but like, you know, just kind of encourage each other and just help each other out. And if you have any questions, things like that. So that was phenomenal because that was the main thing for me when I started trading is what I needed, mentorship. So if I could, you know, if we could do that for, you know, each other, like that is what makes the difference. So I never want to see somebody come in new like I was and not have the mentorship. Like I know what that feels like. So that is really important for me to actually see that that's the culture of this, you know, of iCoin Pro. So it's phenomenal.
Yeah,
it makes all the difference in the world to me. So
we have really attracted some stellar people, present company included. I mean, it's awesome to have you here and have you part of it. And I mean, the cool thing is once you get this down, I mean, it's a life skill. Nobody can take it away from you. You know what I'm saying? And then you're just hanging out with everybody who's in the family and just having fun every day, talking about your trades, making crypto jokes, you know.
Oh, yeah.
That's what it's all about.
When Zach talks about the red candle that hits his laptop.
Oh, he shared that meme one time. I'm sure you saw that of it coming down across his lap. Yeah, that's super funny stuff. Anyway, awesome. So, you know, this is awesome. And again, you know, for anybody who's watching this, if you do have an interest in learning more, you know, if somebody probably shared this video with you, please get back with that individual. They can get you a free training account. It costs you nothing. Just jump in, study the free training account. We've had people use that trading account and do incredible things with just the free training. There's one individual who was a waiter down in Stewart near us, Joshua Nelson, and he got I'm probably going to interview him soon because he's killing it in his trading too. But he got the free trading account. I gave it to him. We started talking crypto one night. And he took $100 and turned it into $400 with the free training. Wow. I was like, where the heck did you go? And then he talked to me and told me his story of what he did with it. So
that's great.
Let me do this really quick because we've been talking a lot about results. I'm going to go ahead and just throw a disclaimer in here. If anybody wants to review the disclaimer, it's here on this video. And listen, there is risk in trading. I mean, you know, Jovan was talking about that with, you know, trading in Forex, there's risk. I feel like, and we were actually talking about this earlier, part of the micro profit system, we build in the risk management, like right from the beginning. And we're not doing anything like that leverage trading, which, just can blow out your account. We don't do that. I won't teach it, and you don't need to do it because the crypto markets move really, really well. But there is still risk. You need to follow the system, and so we want to make sure people understand that. But I think we do a great job at helping more people succeed. I mean, I think that we've got something that's just really changed or turned the tables for a lot of people who've tried trading before. So here's the disclaimer really quick. iCoin Pro, the iCoin Pro Trade Finder and its trainers provide an informational service only and are not responsible for any investments made applying this information. The results described are not typical and are not guarantees of future income. Any investment contains risk and is 100% the responsibility of the investor to assess the risk rewards involved. It is possible to lose some or all of your investment. We assume no liability assumed or implied for your application of the information shared from the training programs. All right. And that's, again, we like to dot our legal I's and cross our legal T's here at iCoin Pro because we are building this for the long haul. We have people whose livelihoods, their families depend on this system and trading with it. So we don't want to do anything to jeopardize that. So all right. So now you're here, you're getting the system down. You know what I'm saying? You're killing it with the system. How has this changed your life and what you see for like the future for you with what you're able to do now, with the micro profit system?
Oh man. It's going to change my life and my family's life. I mean, I'll kind of go into my background, what I do right now. I work for, I don't know if you know about Quicken Loans. It's a mortgage lender. Yep. They're partnered with like Cleveland Cavaliers and a couple of different other companies. But I work for them. I take calls for them. It's, it's pretty intense. I mean, I'm usually on the phones all day. Actually, mind you, I did all of this while working my full-time job, 55 hours a week. But I'm working from home right now, which is the quarantine work to my advantage. But anyway, I see this as a way for me, for my vision, to not be a slave to 9 to 5. If you're my team lead and you're watching this right now, don't take this the wrong way. I would, as far as building my dream and building God's dream, to be able to have that time freedom. That time freedom is so important. It's so valuable. It's, being able to leverage your time is so, it's such a game changer. But being able to be free in my time to do what God wants me to do as far as ministry and different things, as far as funding the kingdom and just different things like that I have that is greater beyond Quicken Loans. Quicken Loans is a great place. But as far as being able to have that freedom for my family financially, different things like that, I see all of that with this. Because you compound, you keep not growing. I'm continuing to grow as a trader every day. And before you know it, your balance is like, tens and thousands of dollars, and you're making like your paycheck in the day type thing. Yeah. But, I've seen it. People on here watching this right now are doing that. Yeah. Like, Lee, Lily, like all different people I know that have done this. You have examples right in front of you in this company. So if they can do it, why can't I? That's part of what actually got me into it, because I've seen those stories. I'm like, if they can do it, and I've traded before, like what? Why? Like, why not me? Like,
but isn't that the thing? Now that you've peeked behind the curtain, you've seen behind the veil, what the system is. Now it makes sense, right? Like why they were doing it and doing what they were able to do and had no experience at all. In fact, John Arding, who he's Farmer John, he's in the chat box all the time.
Oh, Detroit in the house, what's good? Yeah,
he said not having previous trading experience in other markets is an advantage. That's good. We don't have to untrain.
Yeah, because it's dumbed down. It's like you don't have that other stuff that's in your brain as a hindrance. Yeah, I definitely get that.
You can get it. You can get so many strategies in your brain that you don't take any trades. You know what I'm saying? The thing about the micro profit system is like and that was one of the things I didn't want it to be like not super clear. I didn't want a lot of gray areas. I wanted it pretty much black or white. Do you do it? Do you not do it? You know what I'm saying? Like that, like, well, maybe he'll draw the chart this way and she'll draw the chart this way and that way and that way. With the micro profit system, we're all using the same indicators. And that's a cool thing about it is
Yep.
you take 10 people who are trained in the micro profit system, and all 10 of them are going to look at a chart and say basically the same thing. They're going to say, oh yeah, this is what's happening. Here's how I'm going to approach it. This is the probability. I'm going to ladder buy. I'm going to do, you know what I'm saying? They're going to follow the system, you know, and that's one of the really, really cool things. So,
yeah, absolutely.
And for new people who are looking at this, Jovan, what can new people expect when they join iCoin Pro? Like a totally new person.
Totally new person. If they don't know about crypto at all and they're new coming into this, they can expect full guidance from day one, from becoming, from knowing what Bitcoin is, what cryptocurrency is, what you need to do when you buy your first Bitcoin in order to secure your investment. All of that, everything cryptocurrency, that's cryptocurrency education from A to Z, up into you making your first trade into advanced strategies, everything you need to know to be profitable in this space in cryptocurrency as a trader, as an investor, everything. And everything concerning that, you have help along the way. You basically have multiple tutors at access, on hand at all times. A family and support in every way, shape, form possible. So you have resources. You got everything you need. All you got to do is apply yourself and do it. So iCoin Pro is the place, man. I mean,
awesome. And do you think that like anybody can learn how to do it? I mean, I like the micro profit system. Is it? I mean, there are things you need to learn, but do you think just anybody could do it? Anybody could learn it?
Honestly, what I'll say is I think my grandma, she's 90 years old. I think she can do this. No, I'm just playing, but I mean, she probably could. I mean, just saying, like, it's so simple. I can't say that enough. I mean, anyone can do this. If you can sit down, if you can go to high school, if you can go to college, if you can sit down and learn something and apply what you've learned, you can do this. I'll just put it like that.
Awesome. Well, this has been really, really awesome, and congratulations, on your success and your future success. I know this is just really the beginning for you. It's going to be fun. I interviewed Julius last week, who's also really killing it, and he got down, like you were talking about the time freedom aspect. He got down trading on his phone, and that made a huge difference to his results. And that's like what I do. I don't sit here on my computer all day. I have my alerts. I have my trade finder software. Dude, I am out. You know what I'm saying? And stuff goes off.
I love trading on my phone, man.
I'll trade at Lowe's. I don't care.
Yeah. Absolutely. I love that. Hey, I got the TradingView app. That's all I need in my
That's right. Right. Little tab trader in there too.
Have you ever tried? I heard a lot about Tab Trader. I just use TradingView.
Oh, dude, Tab Trader is fantastic. It's TradingView and Tab Trader are the two apps that I use. They're absolutely awesome. Tab Trader, I do all my charts in because you can set them up right on your phone with everything, all our indicators and the whole 9 yards. So you'll dig that when you play with it.
Wow.
You can do that on TradingView, but it loads a lot faster than TradingView. It's it's funny. Theirs is a little more clunky. They got a lot more going on. Tab Trader is like you open it up and boom, it's like instant. So anyway, but cool. Well, awesome. If anybody has any questions here, it's been awesome. Thank you so much for the feedback here, everybody. And here's Zach talking about. Here's Zach. Too many strategies get you wrecked. iCoin Pro simple layout is as easy as 1, 2, 3 money. And that's the truth. When you do the free training, you'll know exactly what he's talking about. Leverage trading can give you gray hair fast.
Man, I'm surprised I don't have any myself.
Oh, I'll tell you that's stressful. It really, really is. I don't know. I like to say that we trade kind of the stress-free way. There are moments, I mean, in everything you do, there's always going to be something, but I mean, with iCoin Pro, I mean, most of my trades I close out in a half hour, hour and a half. I mean, I'm not up all night worrying about it, or you know what I'm saying, or anything. It's just they're very quick trades, just in and out. You take your profit, sleep well at night, come back, do it again. You know, rinse and repeat.
Absolutely.
So Zach has a question for you. What is your next step?
I'll tell you my next step. My next step is to master ladder buying. That's my next step.
Oh, okay.
I'll tell you guys, I've done it. I did it for like the right way the first time, like last night. And that was a game changer, man. Oh my God. Yes. My trade was so much, like it was so much easier, and I made so much more. Like,
yes.
And I watched ladder buying like the video over and over again. And now I feel like I can finally do it. Because I was like, I can never get in at the right time as far as doing my buy 1, buy 2, buy 3. But yeah, to answer the question, my next step is to practice that till it's mastered, and just go from there. Keep compounding my account, and my next step is to help as many people that I can. As far as Forex, it's great. But I want to help people who have never traded a day in their life, don't know what Bitcoin is, don't know what cryptocurrency is.
Yep.
Average people who have never traded that can do the same, can duplicate and do the same thing that many others before that are now in the iCoin Pro haven't done before. So this is a tool to create wealth for yourself and change your life, change your family, the course of your life, and just to give you time freedom. So my goal is to, as I'm on this journey, bring as many people with me as I can. So
awesome. You're getting a lot of love for your shirt, by the way.
Thank you, sir. Blessings. Give me while I was in Team Challenge. Yeah.
I wanted to ask you one question too. What has been your best trading day so far with the micro profit system? What's been
you and Zach know the answer to that question.
Zach does?
So that was last Friday, man. Oh my God. So I did 5% on my whole balance. But it could have been like 90%, but I took my profit and I was safe about it. So but I did about 5% on my whole balance in one trade. So that was
awesome.
Ridiculous.
Crazy. Dude,
most I've ever made in trade on iCoin Pro. So, but I'll say about that. What I did was I went through the modules again. It's something called the RSI Rider module, and I literally studied it for 30 minutes. I was like, okay, let me go ahead and see if I can apply this. And I went on and used one of the tools called the RSI Spy, and I seen what I need to see. Did my analysis on the higher time frames. I mean, it was on point. I was like, well, I'm gonna take it. I took it, and because my analysis was so good, I went all in. I normally don't go all in trades, but I did it, and I woke up and like, wow, I'm up 5%. Great, because I went to sleep on it, and woke up in profit. So it was powerful.
Awesome. We're getting a lot more questions coming in here. So here's the next question from Jonathan Palmer. Do you still trade Forex?
Yes, I do. I trade on a demo account. So right now I'm perfecting my risk management system, and just perfecting my risk, all of my whole process there. And once I have certain benchmarks on myself, so I'll track myself and my progress. And if I'm meeting that criteria, and I'm continuing to be consistent in that for 6 months to a year, then I'll go back in with live money at some point. But I'm perfecting doing it simulated first. That's what my mentor, honestly, Jay Wayne, he suggested, 6 months to a year to make sure you got this down before you go live again. So that's what I'm doing. In the meantime, I'm mastering MPS, rocking it out.
In MPS, you are already live trading with actual funds. So there is no demo account. We teach you how to kind of practice trade. And then you started small, and we're trading with that. And once you got really comfortable, you expanded your balance. You did everything. You're following the system to a T. It's everything that we teach you're doing it exactly right. So yes, so it's awesome, and you're getting the results. So that's just follow, study, practice, and it's cool to hear you say that you've gone back and you were reviewing RSI Rider. You know what I'm saying? And that's the thing. Some of our pro traders that have been doing this for years, they've gone through those modules over and over and over again just to keep them fresh in their mind, and perfect it. And it has paid huge dividends for them. All right, we have more questions. All right, here we go. Nihana is asking, hi guys, Jovan, how much of your account do you risk for each trade? Thank you.
Good one. So I try not to risk as of late. I've tried not to risk more than half of my account. If I'm ladder buying, I'll just do what it says for the ladder buying and the amounts that they suggest. But if I'm really, a lot of times, it depends. Like I'll do up to half of my balance if I'm really confident on the trade. If not, I'll do even less. But I'll never go based on prior experience. I'll never go more. For the most part, I'll never go more than half of my balance on one trade, just because it's not safe. So,
yep, and that's all part of the risk management and everything. And with the ladder buying strategy, you learn to just start with 12.5% increments of your balance and gradually work your way into it, because things can happen, and that's where that comes in, the ladder buying strategy, where you kind of slowly work your way into the trade. It just protects you. So I had one trade, there was a day when Bitcoin dropped 44% in a single day. It was insane. But what was wild about that day, March 12th, a day that we all remember, everybody is on here. I see Lee's on here. This is kind of fun. We're doing this at night because we got Lee on here, we got Lily. They're in Australia, New Zealand. We don't always get them on these lives. But I had one trade that had an 18% difference on that day. That was the most crazy trading day. 18% difference between my first buy and my last buy. Okay. Wow. And I walked away absolutely crushing it. By the end of that day, I'd increased my whole balance by almost 9% in a single day, which was a lot of money. It was awesome. Awesome day.
That's why I need the master ladder buying.
Yes, ladder buying is absolutely a must. And now you'll get it down. You're well on your way. Awesome. And Nihana, you don't ever just go all in. One of the best things you can learn in trading is that you don't know. You're never you know what you're looking for, but never get overconfident. Any good trader will tell you that, because anything can happen. Almost anything. There are kind of rules, but different things can happen. But that's where the risk management is already built into our system, so that you already are protecting yourself against that right from the very beginning. Okay, cool. Let's see here. Another question. And speaking of Lee, Lee asks, "What's your favorite coin to trade, and have you found one that's been more profitable for you than others?"
My favorite, that's a hard one. Oh my God. That's a hard one. I'd say my two favorites from the beginning, but not so much anymore, were Tezos and Link, XTZ Link. But I've seen they haven't been, as you know, Justin, they have not been.
They're taking a nap. I don't know. They're sleepy. I don't know what's going on. Not moving.
But I don't really have too many favorites. I just kind of go off of what's moving at the moment. But it was XTC and Link. As far as one is more profitable, just the lower Satoshi coins like ADA, which is Cardano, Tron, just different ones. I like the smaller coins, like the cheaper ones, because they provide, a lot of times they'll provide the higher return. So
more movement.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and there's a tool that we have built in for the full access members. It's called Buddy Coin Crawler, and that gives you, you can immediately see what coins are going to give you the biggest bang for your buck, because all the trades are basically the same. So we're really just doing two different trades. So do you want to do a trade and potentially only make about 1% on the trade, or do you want to do a trade and potentially make 3 or 4%? That tool alone, it zeroes in on what's the hot coin that's moving, and has lots of volume. A lot of people are trading it, a lot of interest and everything, and it can just it sets you up to have maximize your profits for the amount of time that you have. So
yeah, powerful.
Awesome. All right, look at this. We're getting Lee to break her trading rules. She broke one of her trading rules. No distractions. So she can
I break that trading rule every day when I work and trade, but thankfully it hasn't bit me yet. So
awesome. Well, cool. Well, listen, this has been great. I really, and I appreciate you so much for coming out and sharing. And, you and I were talking about, helping, you get rolling and building your network and train other people on how to do the system, and everything, and kind of pay forward what Zach did with you. And I helped you out in the whole community and everything. It's great. Once you learn this, it's like you want to share it with people you actually, you care about, because I really you look at like Lily Cannon and the Cannons, Mike, their son, their daughter, they all trade. It's just, it's something that has become a family affair for them, which is awesome and very profitable. Oh, we got another question here before we wrap up. I thought we were about to get out of here. How many hours per week do you active trade?
So by active trade, does he mean like being at the selling into the buy order book? Is that
I think so. Yes. Like yeah.
Almost always. If I'm at my laptop and I'm like, usually like if I'm at work or something, or I do my best to trade on my laptop. But even then, when I'm not on my laptop, I will watch the chart, and I won't set a sell order unless I really can't get to it. I won't just set a sell order. I will be there at the order book, based upon what I'm seeing on the chart. I will buy and try to get out, buy into the sell order book, because almost 90% of the time when I'm trading, I do that, because it's just, you never know what the market's, you never know when you have to take profit. So I don't want to, be stuck in a trade. That's just something I've had bad experiences with that. So that's the way to go. So as far as to answer the question, how many hours, however many hours I trade, I do that.
It depends on the market too. Some days like it's hot, you know what I'm saying? And like things are going, like the past 4 days have been like crazy, like a lot of different trades and stuff like that. So, and then it'll get quiet. Today it's been kind of quiet. I think something's going on. I got some alerts popping up on my computer.
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now.
Oh yeah, I see what's happening. Okay, good.
Yeah, Bitcoin pop-ups. So.
We need to. We got to wrap this up. We got to go to work. But anyway, all right. Last question here, and then we are going to wrap this up. From Vinny. Vinny's awesome. He's in the great member of the community.
Vinny, love that guy.
Yeah, he's in there talking about everything that's we're talking in the chat box and helping out and commenting and everything. He's just awesome. What advice would you give to new people just starting out with crypto trading?
So I would say just study. First of all, when you get your free training account, or when you first, get into iCoin Pro, go through, take your time. Don't just try to rush through it. Actually absorb and grab everything that you can, and go through everything as it teaches you. Make sure you understand everything, and just be diligent, because the more knowledge is power. So the more you learn, the faster you'll start catching on, and the faster you'll be on your way. And you never know. You never notice most of the time how fast it adds up to, how much you start, catching on. Because it doesn't take long. Like I said, it took me 2 months. Granted, I had some prior experience and things like that, but it does not take long. Just study. How bad do you want it? As much, as many hours you would put in as far as you wanting to be free from having to report to a job, and just different things like that. Just go hard. I try, as far as a benchmark for me, I would say try to study at least 2 hours a day, 3 hours a day. I was going hard doing like 4 hours a day, but practice in just security. You know, make sure you're you're doing all your security measures on your crypto. You know, and I mean, crypto it can be a great thing, but it also can be a dangerous thing if you don't have the right you know, you don't have the right parameters put in place to secure everything.
Yep.
So, but yeah.
Yep. And we cover all that so everybody knows. Yep. Yeah, awesome. All right, great questions here. And again, Jovan, thank you so much for coming out here tonight and sharing. I'm sure, you know, again, we're just trying to really get people to understand that this is something real, something that they can do, you know. And I keep, you know, telling people to really, when they get into this, don't treat this as some sort of deal or biz op or something like that. This is a potential career path for people. So, you know, treat it that way right from the beginning. You know, come into it with that mindset, and then lean on this community. Get in the forum. You know, if you have questions, it's funny. People will message me on Facebook, and you know, I'm like, don't message. Put it in the forum, because there's like 50 people over there who are probably in there ready to answer your question whenever you ask it. You know what I'm saying? I might not be able to get back to it for a while. So, you know, you'll get a quicker answer going over there before, you know, and search so many things. So
and then you get some free bat too.
Yeah, you get a ton of
free bat over there. So
most of the questions have been answered. It's not that complicated. It really isn't. So, well, awesome. Well, listen, anybody who's watching this, if you do have an interest, if this interview has sparked your curiosity and you want to take the next step, just get back with whoever shared this video with you. They'll be more than happy to, you know, get you a free training account so you can actually get, you know, rolling with the micro profit system and start learning how to do this and how it actually works. It's simple. It's easy. That was everything that Jovan shared here tonight. Is it something that's anybody can actually learn? So, all right, great. Well, thank you again. Thank you so much. And thank you to everybody who was here tonight. Take care, everybody. Have a great night. And we're going to go check on what Bitcoin's doing now. See y'all.
Yeah.
Bye.
Thank you, sir. Peace.